Is a watchmaker the same as a repair watch guy?
Generally, it's the same title.
It is.
But the skill sets are
Ramped up.
So we use a lot of the repair skills we use every single day to formulate our own watches. So we move from what would typically be a standard repair where maybe you're having to hand make a new part.
Yeah.
Now you're just hand making more parts and you're adding some extra.
Because it's going to be your own watch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do people in your business start as a watch repair person?
Yes. So that's
Yeah, I'd have to say, yeah.
That's how I got started.
You did.
They scouted me out from the watchmaking school I went to. I had just learned how to do repair.
Okay.
And I spent probably the last 3 years going in and just doing repair. And now, after that 3-year mark, we're kind of working together to get here.
This is a pocket watch that we restored. We did a complete restoration on it, which was, I think I got it, yeah. So
Was it in bad shape?
it was in bad shape. The movement is made of brass, and it's gilded, which is like an old gold plating. It was just really worn down, and it was very it was like tarnished brass. And so we took it all apart, and a lot of the finishes on this are actually the same ones that go into these. We had to replace several screws. We do all the blued screws you see. We flame blue them over a fire, and that gives them that rich dark blue color.
It's all done here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And was this a customer brought this in and said we want this redone? And is no, this is yours.
No, yeah, this is ours. This is one we have for sale. It was just it was something to say, hey, let's see what we can do.
As you see, I have kept my watch to myself because the last time I walked in someplace, I have my work watch on. I have 2 watches. I have a watch that was given to me by my partner, which is it's a better watch. But then I have my Timex in the glow because why? The numbers are huge.
Yep,
as you can see.
It's got a Twisto Flex.
Oh yeah.
I love it. And and the guy said to me, that's the crappiest watch I've ever seen at the last jewelry place I was at. You guys.
Well, yeah.
But can I tell you, it runs like.
If it does what you need it to.
Yeah, as long as it runs and you can see it, and that's kind of,
Seeing it is all of it for me.
I love, a chronograph watch with all the hands and everything, but it's like, I can't see it. 30 years ago, it's like, oh yeah, it's really cool. And now it's like,
What?
I can't.
Can I get my glasses? Right.
This watch was actually worn by Tom Cruise in the movie Top Gun.
Come on.
He's not messing with you.
He's not.
I thought he was messing with me too.
Thanks, man.
Tom Cruise needed a watch to wear. One of his training pilots loaned it to Tom Cruise to wear for the movie. We've done other work for this client, and so he goes, oh, I have this watch, it's really special. Okay, sure, all watches are special. And he's relating this to us, and it's like, wow.
I guess, well.
That's really special.